Hey, what's up guys? So I want to do a two-part update to my review of the Waylens Secure360 Dashcam. This is a really cool dashcam that you mount on your windshield, and it gives you a full 360-degree view around the inside of your car. It's going to capture everything out in front, off to the side, as well as back behind you, capturing whatever's going on in the cabin. And it's a pretty cool, unique dashcam. However, in my full review, I found that there were two issues with it. Number one was poor video quality, and number two, the dashcam, due to the design of the lens, it's very susceptible to, well, picking up flare if it's sunny outside. Well, it turns out there was an issue with the previous version of the dashcam that I just bought off their website and used for testing purposes. The lens itself was misaligned, and so the image itself was out of focus, and thus the video quality was lower than it was supposed to be. And I want to cover this in detail in another video, which I'm going to be doing next. In this one, I want to talk about the other issue, which has to do with flare, meaning if it's sunny outside and the sun is hitting the lens, you'll actually see the sun kind of cause flare in the video and wash out a lot of the video. Now, when I did that review after I had posted it, a lot of you guys, and I mean a lot of you guys, had suggested what happens if you take the dash cam and you mount it upside down like this on your windshield. If you do this, the sun's not able to hit the lens the same way and should thus then help avoid the issues that you're seeing with flare. And that's a great suggestion. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Now, first things first, I'd asked Waylens about this because after I'd reviewed the dashcam, well, I sent it back to them, I returned it, and so I asked them about it, and they said the camera is not actually designed to be mounted that way. You see, inside the base here that you attach to your windshield, there's a couple different transmitters. It's got a radar transmitter for detecting motion around the car, and it also has two IR transmitters right here that it uses, again, for detecting motion when people walk up to your car, so this can function as like a security camera. If you try to mount this upside down, the mount itself is not able to actually go this way and, be installed the same direction, so it's not going to work. And the camera, again, the mount is not designed to be installed that way. But what if we were to just modify the mount, if they were to change it so that you could do it? What would that look like? Well, I tried it just by, well, hand holding the dash cam on different spots on my windshield, and it works, but there's a couple issues that I found that I didn't realize until I started using it. Now, taking a look, you can see if we run the dash cam normally, if the sun's up in the sky, even back behind you, yes, it will hit the lens and you're going to see some flare. However, if you take the dash cam and mount it upside down, all of a sudden the flare issues are gone. So it looks like it's definitely a promising thing. However, there's a couple things that I've noticed. I tried mounting the dash cam in a couple different places. I tried mounting it up high by my rearview mirror, where I'd normally run my radar detector, and I also tried mounting it under the rearview mirror itself, kind of in a more central location, which I actually just preferred the look of the image there, as opposed to mounting it off to the side, but either way, it seemed to work just fine. Now, mounting it here, what I noticed is the hood of my car actually takes up like half of the field of view looking forwards. If you look at the dash cam's normal footage when it's pointed upwards, the hood of the car takes up a very small sliver of the footage. Again, if you flip it upside down, it blocks almost half of your visibility facing forward, and that's kind of an issue. You can take the dash cam and maybe tilt it up a little bit like this, and I tried that, and that does help, but not to the extent that I was expecting. So it's not really optimal when you're mounting it upside down, and a big part of the reason is this dash cam, it's not really mounted, or it's not really designed to like record this way. It's designed to record this way and also around you, but if you flip it upside down, it's not going to do a good job of recording what's going on up above you, and that can be an issue when you're trying to, get good footage of what's going on ahead of you. And also, if you want it to function as a security camera, if somebody comes up to your car and this thing is pointed down, this isn't really going to do a good job of capturing their face, so it's less than ideal in that situation. However, Waylens actually suggested that it could be really good for truckers, people who drive those big semis, because the dash cams are mounted super high. And in that situation, your dash cam, it's not really going to do as good of a job at capturing the road down below. And so if you flip it upside down, it's actually going to do a better job of capturing the road ahead. So for truckers with their dash cams mounted super high, it could potentially be a better option. They would still run into the same issue, I guess, with the hood, but it shouldn't be as big of an issue, and it might actually even be better than mounting it normally. So I think that there are situations where it could be good, but testing it out myself, I think it's a good idea, but it's not as good as I was hoping. But I'd like to see Waylens maybe pursue it a little bit more, and I'm curious to hear from you guys. Do you think it would be a good idea to mount it upside down and then have that be an alternative way of mounting the dash cam? Again, it might not be as good of a way of using it as a security camera because it can't see people's faces as much, especially if they're going to start to, like maybe go up and look down into your car and whatnot. But From a flare perspective, it may be better. So I'm curious to hear, do you guys think it would be better mounting it upside down, or do you think it would be better mounting it normally based on, what we're seeing, trying it both ways? So let me know. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Other than that, the next video that I want to do is talking about the video quality, which could potentially be even more important than the flare issue. And yes, the replacement one that I got does perform better, so I want to cover that in the next video. So awesome. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next video.